profit, which is good. Remember the chat is on, and so yeah, just to make you aware, feel free, come say hi, whatever you want. Norby, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Right, let's go through what is happening at the moment and obviously why we are, entering what we are entering. So let's start off with yesterday. All right. So let's start off with yesterday. So yesterday, obviously not really interested in much of the other stuff. Euro got hit a bit hard. Pound had some good data yesterday. Right, let's go into the US dollar. Okay, so retail sales were good, up. That's good. Non-farm payroll was, up. That's good. Unemployment rate, right? This is the important one here, ticked up. So this is 2 months on the trot that it's ticked up. So that is not good news. I don't think anything major is gonna happen now. So don't expect, fireworks until January. I think everything is going to be trading within a range. So I want everyone to have that expectation. We also had manufacturing is down ever so slightly, not a lot, but obviously, it's still the down, which isn't great. For those of you that don't understand PMI data, very, very simple rule. If it's above 50, it's an expanding market. And if it's below 50, it's a despanding, deflating market. So just very, very easy. As long as it's above 50, it's good. But obviously, this was still worse than expected. So overall, not brilliant, but obviously not terrible. But obviously, the worst bit of the data here is this unemployment rate here. Donald Trump will hate this because obviously he's very, very pro jobs. And obviously he's not achieving that. So that's why I do think there might be another rate cut because focusing on they're going to be focusing on trying to help companies, basically and employment. Right. So starting off with the US dollar, this should be everyone's go-to chart. Obviously we've had this push up here. We've breached 98,500. I can't really see this pushing up much higher. I'm actually surprised it's pushed up that high, but let's wait and see. Yeah, so I think that, we're going to be sort of consolidating. If you just see here, daily, great start. I think we're going to breach this and come back down below. But, very, very good start where we've cleared probably this, high here, unless you class this as, one huge move here, which lots of people will. If you look at this on a daily, really, for us to want to do anything, we need to breach. I don't know why that's set there. We need to breach 99. There we go. So we need to be breaching 99 for us to change our overall opinion of obviously what is, happening here. So just obviously make everybody aware that is obviously what we need to do here, before we start looking to buy the dollar, in the expect that the economy is going to expand. All right. Yields, really, really good this morning, already up half percent. But obviously, as you can see here, we are ranging. All right. Yields are the, external kind of investment, that are obviously investment bonds. For anyone who doesn't, know, and obviously these figures here on the right hand side, it is the percentage of return, so obviously, naturally, if the USA is appealing for investors to invest in, that they're going to invest in bonds. Lots of these are actually majority are owned by China. Um, and I think there's some mad stat that if China sold all their bonds, they could crush the US market. So it's a pretty powerful position for them to be in. But that obviously won't ever happen because yeah, you've got to sell them to somebody else. But yeah, so let's wait and see. Obviously, yields rising will obviously help dollar float to the upside. However, I always recommend those of you who've been in this channel a long time, mark up every 500, and you should be able to kind of split up your dollar chart pretty easy. You do want to look at this first thing in the morning and get your obviously overall opinion of where everything's heading. I've also got the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA. I've put this on for everyone because it's that extra helping hand. All right. So if the 50 EMA, which is the blue one, I'm pretty sure, yeah, is trading below the 200, you're looking, to sell the dollar. All right. If it's trading above, you're looking to buy. All right. So from this chart, we obviously know that we're, looking to sell the dollar. And obviously we've actually had some really nice pullbacks. Look at it as a nice discount on the prices. So I've been pretty happy with this morning. Although at the moment we've only got one triggered. I've actually on the smaller account I've entered twice. I entered one here and I entered again here. So I'm actually in a little bit of profit on the smaller account, on the challenge account. I can tell you I've got two 0.4 trades open. I'll screenshot it after, and I am $48 in profit. I got one down $10 and one up about 62. So happy. So our top pick was was actually USDJPY. Just wanted this just to pop up one more time. As you can see here, we've obviously got Fibonacci rule for anyone who uses it. I just wanted to be on the top side here. I preferred this liquidity here. However, we're obviously not being able to break through these EMAs here. So I'm not 100% sure this one's going to trigger. I think next was GBP USD, or it might have been Euro. This was here when obviously I marked up this area. You can see here all the liquidity. We're just coming in to tap it, and we're not pushing this. We just want to equal the previous high. So we'll be happy with that one. Then it was Euro. Just wanted one more tap to the downside. Just one more. It was so close. So yeah, that was another one. Gold is now. Gold is one that I want to explain. All right. So I explained this yesterday. I explain it. I think I explained it the day before. I think gold is going higher. All right. But why am I selling it as opposed to buying it? And everyone thinks that, I'm probably mad. But actually, I'm, not, because I understand how orders work. All right. So we've been, let me just draw this up here and then I'll explain. So we've been obviously trapped up here. It's been trying to, tweak higher, but obviously there is not enough buying pressure here. Now, why is anyone going to buy here? For this to pump higher, everyone's got to be buying. All right. Now, there's not going to be any extra added orders, all right, to buy until it pops down to a potentially discounted price. Yeah. All right. And so it needs to be a bit cheaper for everyone to think, you know what, now is the time. All right. So we've got. I've drawn it previously. Ignore my drawing. Imagine you've got two, scales here. All right. This is our, scales here. All right. So, we're currently probably more on the buying side than we are on the, selling. Yeah. All right. But there isn't going to be any orders added anywhere in this area. All right, not really. No one's looking to buy from here. Probably the minimum you're going to be looking to buy from now is going to be this area here. All right. So price needs to drive down for this. Let me just get rid of all of this. For this to them for our sales to be smaller and then our buys to really take over here. Yeah. All right. We need price to come here. because that's going to be, everyone's looking at this chart. Where are you going to buy gold? And, you're going to want to be buying from the down here, aren't you? And this is where orders should take over. If we do get this drop, we almost had it yesterday, but we didn't quite. If we do get this nice drop into this area, we're going to get a lot of orders, and that's going to push gold higher. All right. There's nothing, no, nothing crazy is happening. Everything's calming, and obviously that's why I am, obviously not pushing for gold to buy it quite as much. If I was, I'd be buying it from here. But obviously, like for example, this morning, if we do get this nice continuation, yeah, probably this afternoon we're going to be looking to buy. But until this happens, and it's not happened yet, and it's coming, all right. So just be aware of it. If we look at obviously GBP USD, we've now got this big discounted price here. You know, no one's going to be buying again from here. There was potential where we're going to get some buyers here, but obviously, the main kind of area is this area here. Yeah. All right. And then that's exactly where we've come and tapped into. You can see the reason why you would be buying from here, and just imagine it always as scales, all right, and where for orders to push higher, more buyers have to come in, all right, and then they're not going to be coming in up here, all right, so you've got to think, where would a buyer come in? And obviously they're going to be coming in from a discounted price, like when you go to shop, and if they want to sell loads of stock, all they've got to do is go 20% off, and then everyone's gonna come in. All right, so that's when price drops like this, everyone's looking at it as, what, pounds cheaper now to buy. Let's buy. And so this is why we've got this area here. Yeah. All right. So trying to think of it from the other point of view. All right. Why would anyone else be buying where you're buying? Why would anyone else be selling where you're, selling? Where's the overall picture? Where do you want to take it to? So yeah, just be aware of that. Does anyone have any questions? Richard Scales, more hangman. Uh, right, let's read through these. So, morning, morning, morning. Norby, over NFP, is unemployment rate more important data which moved gold down? Like I've just explained, gold has to come down for it to go higher, because it's not a price which is going to attract investors, which are going to, move the market. All right, so just be aware of that. But yes, the unemployment rate is very, very important. It's obviously, shouldn't tick up 2 months on the trot. Is the DXY channeling correct? Yeah, yeah. I think personally, with a dollar, I would probably change my overall outlook of it if we broke through this level here. Yeah, right. If we broke through here, that's when I'd probably change my outlook. Scales more hangman. Andy, does anyone have any more questions? Any more for any more? Happy to answer anything. Uh, Andy, from institutional point of view, where would be the best entry in gold? Depends obviously where you're going to take it, but like I've explained, I like selling it from this area here. I would like to buy it from this area here. Potentially at the right time. Right, Phil, on GBP, why don't you sell it until it gets to your buy? Well, we're already in that, so we're already in GBP. So this is what I'm explaining. This move here during Asia means to me it's at a discounted price, so more people should be buying from here. Um, Ken, I get itchy feet and don't know how long to hold on. What's the best way? I'm checking every 5 minutes. So what I would do, just put a lance up. All right. So there's the alert tool here. You can put the price in, if you really want to, just above entry on, for example, say gold, or things which haven't triggered, euro, and then yeah, then we can yeah, look into so sorry. You want to partner path if you want it, if you're in it, like for example GPST here, I'd want to put an alert here because let's face it, if this breaks clean, probably on about a 30 minute, then I'm not really interested. Eddie, morning everyone. Will the house price index affect our trade? Let's have a look at this here. House price index. If it's not on here, it's not going to. So yeah, no. We don't have a lot more data. We've obviously got Euro CPI. We've got and then we've got a few speakers. So no, nothing major today. Richard, are the markets not moving now until after Christmas? I honestly, they're going to be, consolidating. December is always hard. It's always hard. But I'm pretty happy with how we've got on. We still haven't had a losing day since obviously I, swapped everything round. Yes, it was a bit harder yesterday, but obviously I was still very happy. I'm really happy with how we've been performing December, and then obviously we've got the copier here, which I've actually hooked it up to my FX book. You can see real Vantage Markets, and it's currently 19.88%. So really happy here. Yeah. Ken, have you ever traded silver or platinum? Yes, not platinum, but silver. Yeah, I just don't really, like it. I used to have a strategy on silver where I went on the 4 hour. I think it was. I think it was the two p.m. candle. I used to go opposite to what that was. So for example, yesterday it was a buy. Sell it. Yeah. Previous candle was a buy. Sell it. So yeah, previous candle here, buy, sell it. So yeah, there's a silver strategy there. So yeah, Norby is trade tab free. Yes, it's completely free. It's yeah, it's good journal. The one I've obviously been using TradeZilla, Trade Tab, but obviously Trade Tab is more accurate than TradeZilla and it's free. Ken, I just want to say thanks, Dan. I love this group and it's changing my life. Epic. Yeah, right. I'm going to end it here. Let's hope we obviously hop on some good trades, and yeah, I'll keep everyone updated in the group. Have a good one.